Hapon po sa inyo lahat. It seems that everywhere you look in this country, Filipino creativity manifests itself. You can see it in the artwork on our jeepneys on the sheer variety of designs. You can see it in our dancing traffic enforcers and even prisoners. Or in the names of small businesses, such as barber shops named Scissors Palace or Sylvester Salon. And I'm happy to see you here today because your presence is a sign of your belief that this creativity that literally decorates our cities can be harnessed into a much greater force. You're here not just because you agree that innovation is vital to the development of any country. You are here because you believe that the ideas for innovation can be sourced from our people and that we need to train them to turn those ideas into real projects. So while you are here to talk about innovations you can make amongst yourselves, I must also congratulate you for your Hack to Hatch program, where you teach and encourage Filipinos to build businesses on the foundation of good ideas, where you turn them from regular citizens with fresh ideas to entrepreneurs who can make life easier for a great number of people. Through the work of PhilDev, we see how the combination of technology, creativity, and collaboration can kick open the sometimes stubborn doors of opportunity. Our administration is only too happy to collaborate with you in these endeavors. Together with PhilDev, led by its very able chair, Dado Banatao, University of California at Berkeley and the University of California in San Francisco, we are undertaking a project called the Philippines California Advanced Research Institutes, or PCARI. Under the Department of Budget and Management's proposal, we will be spending 1.76 billion pesos on this project. It will guide us in establishing better information infrastructure here, which can improve the government's IT capacities, effectively helping strengthen disaster preparedness, for example, or improving the delivery of basic government services. The project also involves putting up another institute that focuses on health innovation and translational medicine, which will further our research and development capabilities in terms of medicine and health equipment. It will likewise push forward our efforts at telemedicine so that soon perhaps our doctors can help diagnose more Filipinos, especially those in far-flung areas who have for so long been left on the margins of society. I'm also very excited about the Thin Client Cloud Computing Project, or Cloud Top, on which we are spending about 250 million, which will bring the way we educate our children to the next level. It seeks to create a cloud computing infrastructure that will deliver new teaching and learning materials faster for lower level education, which can later be used in higher levels too, and even in government that from time to time really needs to be educated. This is a project that makes me optimistic about increasing the amount of knowledge we can pass on to the children of this country, to our future workforce. Perhaps this project can equip them with the vast knowledge they do indeed need, adding on to the strengths and skills they already possess, so that even more Filipinos can pursue truly productive careers. I know that these are just two projects, but the early results of PhilDev's hard work are encouraging. I am certain that today you came up with even more interesting projects, and perhaps some of those are ones which we can work on together. Let me say this: if you can come up with possible collaborations that can benefit the Filipino people as much as the two projects I previously mentioned, then our administration will always be ready to listen. I am confident that we will see even more similar collaborations in the future, especially with the success of projects like Hack to Hatch. Today, I stand in a room full of people with whom I share an idea that the quickest path to progress for this country is one in which we capitalize on our nation's greatest assets, namely its people. On our end, we have been, since taking office, taking the necessary steps to make sure that the talents of the Filipino people will not go to waste. We have invested in them through health, education, and social services. Through TESDA and the Labor Department's job matching programs, we are training our people so their skills may match the needs of the industry and of the labor force. Backlogs in classrooms, chairs, and textbooks will soon become history. Universal healthcare will soon become the norm. And just yesterday, we agreed on a framework that will end decades of strife in Mindanao and allow us to tap the talents of smart and hardworking Filipinos in the Bangsamoro region. Imagine If right now Filipinos are already renowned for their skill and creativity, what more if we can give them and give the many Mindanaoans who were once trapped in an atmosphere of war and despair a chance to cultivate their talents? What more can we achieve if they could unlock the potential they undoubtedly have? We can achieve so much more. But as it is, the market is already responding to our efforts. These past couple of years, I've inaugurated a number of businesses, both expansions of old operations and new entities setting up shop, many of whom say they chose the Philippines because they know that the workforce here is highly skilled, hardworking, and perhaps most importantly, creative. We are beginning to see investments that recognize that the Philippines has indeed the human resources that can cope with demands higher up the value chain. From aeronautics to animation, our people are now powering industries in the same way that they have fueled the nation's newfound vibrancy and optimism. My sincere hope is that in the future, perhaps during the 20th installment of the PhilDev Economic Forum, when most of us have long retired, we can look back to these early days and feel pride in the infancy of what became a great partnership. As early as now, let me assure you, we are always ready to work with you to achieve our shared vision of a Philippines that reflects the great creative talents of its people. A Philippines that took advantage of technology, learned to work together, and pushed itself to prominence under the broad light of day. Thank you. Good afternoon.